Professor Dr. Shri Vishwanath Karad, President MIT World Peace University, Shri Rahul V. Karad, Executive President of the University, Shri N.T. Rao, Vice Chancellor, MIT World Peace University, Dr. Ashok Joshi, eminent scientist, philosopher and thinker, Dr. Dilip Chinoy, Secretary General, Federation of Indian. Can you hear? You are hearing me?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Dr. Dilip Chinoy, Secretary General, Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Professor Ramcharanji, Dr. Prashant I. Dave, Registrar, Deans of various faculties, dear graduates, it gives me great joy to address the second convocation of MIT World Peace University. This young university has attained national prominence as an institution that promotes universal culture of peace and welfare through a holistic based, value-based education. The growth of MIT World Peace University, which stands on the four pillars of technology, research, social innovation, and partnership, owes greatly to the dynamic vision of Dr. Vishwanath Karad, ably assisted by Mr. Rahul Karad and the Vice Chancellor and the academic community of the university. Today, MIT World Peace University is giving to the world another batch of scholarly and nationally conscientious batch of graduates ready to don their role as global citizens. It is the privilege of the convocation speaker to congratulate those who have secured degrees by dint of their hard work and disciplined efforts. My good wishes are with you, and I hope very much that the qualities of mind and character which have helped you in your university courses may continue to be with you in the larger life you are entering. I am happy to see that MIT World Peace University has taken positive steps to enhance the synergistic relationship between humanity and the environment. During the last 1 year, the world has been attuning itself to the new normal caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, which has disrupted every sector, including higher education. Needless to say, it has transformed the centuries-old chalk-talk teaching model of education to one driven by technology. I am glad that MIT World Peace University has been responding positively to this disruption in the delivery of education by ensuring inclusive e-learning solutions and by tackling the digital divide. As a pioneer in these efforts, it has been employing innovative learning management systems to engage teachers and students in academic and intellectual exchanges. This online convocation too is a fallout of this great creative disruption of the 21st century. I call it creative because this adversity has made mankind think of innovative and effective solutions to the problems we are facing. This ceremony also points to an innovative achievement with regard to the certificates. For the first time in India, the students of MIT World Peace University will receive blockchain-based degrees. As we all know, blockchain technology provides the highest security features to avoid any kind of forgery. A convocation is a memorable occasion for everyone. Derived from the Latin convocare, it suggests the coming together of people for a religious or academic purpose. A convocation also unites people in a bond of joy and a sense of achievement. Being conducted online does not in any way dilute this joy and sense of fulfillment. Today we have with us students and faculty from different streams like engineering, management, education, liberal arts, science and commerce, pharmacy and government. Though every graduate passing out today deserves an equal share of appreciation, let me offer a special word of applause for the merit and rank holders. Ms. Harshali Pramod Rane, the recipient of the Executive President Medal, and Shri Akshay Prakash Chapekar, who won the President Medal, deserve a mention here for the exceptional work they have done throughout the courses of their study. I also partake in the immense joy and pride of the parents who are here witnessing this solemn function which opens a gate for their wards into the world of careers and life in general. It is at this moment that we should think of how we go forward and use our education for the benefit of the world. Going forward in search of higher truths is the true essence of education. India's supremacy in the domain of knowledge was accomplished by the relentless search of great scholars who sought joy in discovering higher truths. Man's constant pursuit of truths in life is what our philosopher president, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, called initiation into a higher life and spirit. Any satisfactory system of education should aim at a balanced growth of the individual and insist on both knowledge and wisdom. Jnanam Vigyan Sahitam. It should not only train the intellect but bring grace into the heart of man which flowers from wisdom. And wisdom is more easily gained through the study of literature, philosophy, and scriptures. They interpret the higher laws of the universe. If we do not have a general philosophy or attitude to life, our minds will be confused and we will suffer from greed, anxiety, and lack of courage. True human development lies in the deepening and strengthening of one's moral and spiritual awareness, for which one's knowledge has to ripen into wisdom. It is at this self-disciplined stage that one acquires what Vedanta terms as Shama Dhamma, or the discipline of the mind and discipline of the senses. The elevation of knowledge into wisdom reflects man's rise from bondage to freedom. In short, through education, one grows in alertness, self-confidence, and sense of individual worth and dignity, and wisdom makes him see in all others his own self and gives rise to the feelings of compassion and kindness. Attaining wisdom involves a struggle to change human nature, though through self-control and self-transcendence, that is Indriya Sanyam and Tyag. Bhagavad Gita calls such wisdom or enlightened reason Buddhi and advises that our actions must proceed from Buddhi, which is earned through sincere devotion. Tesham satata yukta nam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamu payanti te. Those whose minds are always united with me in loving devotion, I give them divine knowledge through which they can attain me or they can reach me. A mind enlightened by buddhi will be blessed by humility. As Hitodesha says, Vidyam dadati viniyam, vinyad yati patratam, patratvat dhanamapnoti, dhanat dharmam tatah sukham. Education, that is knowledge, brings humility, discipline. From humility and discipline comes worthiness. From worthiness one gets wealth, with which one does good deeds and attains joy. A university, by its very definition, must have a universal outlook. For it, nothing human is alien. Its function is to develop a world community. Great minds have glorified the role of education and universities through various perspectives. Swami Vivekananda says that the end purpose of education is man-making, and asserts that a nation is advanced in proportion to education and intelligence spread among the masses. Benjamin Disraeli, a former British Prime Minister, has said that university should be a place of light, of liberty, and of learning. Thinker and writer Thomas Carlyle has said, what we become depends on what we read after all of the professors have finished with us. The greatest university of all is a collection of books. The thinking minds of all ages have seen education as the means by which the youth is trained to serve the cause of social and economic transformation. We may also remember that nations become back numbers if they do not reckon with the developments of the age. At MIT World Peace University, you have received higher knowledge as well as the great message of peace and non-violence, ideas firmly rooted in Indian ancient ethos. You would be aware these ideas, they had also inspired and impacted the life of Mahatma Gandhi. Today, the concept of non-violence as the greatest weapon against oppression has become an Indian gift to the world. As graduates of MIT World Peace University, you could become global ambassadors of peace and non-violence by your firm actions driven by buddhi or enlightened reason. You are fortunate to have spent your very precious years in this university founded by Dr. Vishwanath Karad-ji, who is one of the most illustrious educationists and institution builder of our country. I have known him personally and have visited his village, Rameshwar Rui, to participate in a program organized to open a newly constructed Shri Ram Mandir, built on the same site which was demolished by the Razakars after Latur district was taken over by the Nizam of Hyderabad. Later in 1948, a small mosque and a dargah of a Sufi Chishti in this village, they were also damaged when Hyderabad merged into India. Dr. Vishwanath Karad has rebuilt not only these demolished places of worship, but has also built a Buddhist vihar in his village. All I can say about him is that he is a living embodiment of the Rig Vedic proclamation, Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. I feel that his life story is highly inspiring, and our young men and women who, after completing their term at the university, are stepping into Grihastha Ashram, have in him a brilliant example to guide them. My best wishes once again to all the graduates, faculty, staff and students of MIT World Peace University, Pune. May this temple of learning continue to inspire generations of students to become global citizens driven by a vision that is truly Indian. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Dhanyavad. Jai Hind.